the big one is the next one, our men and our women. So certainly we're pretty happy with that first result. Now it's over to Aaron down on the beach.
Strike one to Australia. We still haven't got the result of the women. We didn't see the actual finish.
Congratulations here for the first race, round one for the Open Women here, representing Australia from Torquay. Couple of former Australian representatives in Flatwater in this crew, and it's exciting stuff. And right next to them, the New Zealanders. As you would have worked out the format so far, 2 boats will go off, followed by a second lot in the same race. But Australia's on top so far early. We're about 1 minute away from having a chat with Michael Brooks and Maroochydore after their win. But Rod and Frank, back to you boys to recap that first race. Yep. Follow me.
Right, that was exciting. Thanks for that, Aaron. Doing a great job on the beach there. You know, this is just great coverage. And you can see a bit of swell coming through now, Rod. Though I don't think the start will give them a go now.
Oh, that was a beauty, that one. That must have been about a 4-footer, Frank, and it's just up on that bar. Another one to follow it, so the starter will just wait for some good water. But, gee, it's a tremendous conditions here, Frank.
Oh, look, you got to say, and look, Rod, for the people watching this, in the Torquay boat is the Australian team, and then the Mordialloc boat is the New Zealanders. And it's great cooperation that Mordialloc led the boat because it saves them a lot of problems, and it's a cooperation between these wonderful countries.
Yeah, it's a beautiful boat, the Mordialloc boat. It was won in the, as we talked about before, in the ASRL Open last year by Mordialloc Club in the raffle, in the draw. So it's great they're lending it. And of course the Torquay boat, the RXP sponsored boat, and Scott Tannehill at the helm there. The girls are just about ready to go, Frank. They're on the line. We'll wait for the flashing light and we'll have you a start in this, the Open Women and Open Men combined race. Race number 1, Trans-Tasman Series. Over to Aaron. Didn't get you a good. You didn't get on.
Okay, we've got Elise and Catherine from the mighty Maroochydore Assets representing Australia here in the under-23 females. Congratulations on that first race.
Thank you very much. Good to get the nerves out, I think, in that race.
Yeah, talk about the race in general. Long race, was it? And just letting you know, about half of the race was watched around the world via the live vision. So hopefully Michael Brooks kept his mouth shut and didn't drop any F-bombs.
No, not too many. It's pretty good. But no, that's incredible that we're getting it around the world. More people getting exposure. It's fantastic.
What's the program now for the next couple of hours? Do you sit down and relax now, get something to eat?
Just keep it light. You don't want a full tummy going out into there because it is the longer race, but you need to sort of balance it up so that you've got enough.
We do have Elise and Catherine. Thank you very much. Just behind us, you'll see the Open Women are about to start. This is Australia and New Zealand. Back to you, boys. Thanks, girls.
Next hour or so, but now we're on the line there. The Czech starter's got the flag up. Pretty soon we'll have the starter putting up the flag, and they'll be just about going again.
Yeah, well, there's a good shot of the two crews here. The women, of course, now the Open Women, and I bet they're just so excited, these girls, to be representing their country as the Czech starter gets his flag up. Open Women, Test match number 1, New Zealand versus Torquay.
New Zealand versus Torquay, Rod. You're getting back to the old country. It's Australia, mate.
You love your club, Frank. I know you love Lorne, but it is Torquay, and of course it's Torquay, Victoria, Australia.
And Rod, over the other end, we can see the men ready to go. They'll go after a while when the starter feels it's clear enough to go. And when you see on the right-hand side will be the Mona Vale crew. Great club, Mona Vale. Have they got some form down there in that club?
Yeah, and of course Matty Collins sweeping them, and I'm sure that's a very proud moment for Matty Collins. Rude man, they call him. And look at that wave just behind those open crews now, Frank.
Oh, yeah, that could be a bit of it. So there's one coming through now, too. I'm sure the starter won't be pulling up the gun now.
No, the starter's just waiting a little while here. He's just waiting for the most possible even start. I think he'll just wait till this little bit of white water comes through, and they'll get a good start here, the Open Women. And, of course, the Open Men will follow.
He's waiting for this one. I think he's waiting for this one.
Here we go.
Here he goes. And he's away. Here they go. Torquay into the boat. Oh, the New Zealand girls missed the start. They've missed the start, mate. They've dropped a couple of lengths, and here goes Torquay.
Yeah, I think the New Zealand girl, Frank, she just seemed to fall in the boat. She didn't quite get in very clean, upset the boat, and then their other bowman, their number 2 seat, didn't quite get in.
I tell you what, they were lucky there was no swell.
But gee, they're moving now, New Zealand. They're pretty keen to make it up, and I don't think they lost too much at all, Frank.
Well, I'm just looking at their all blades through the water. The Torquay girls look very efficient through what they're doing at the moment.
Yeah, the sweep Scotty Tannehill, he just reaches over and pops the pump on. They might have just got a little weeny bit of water at the start, but not too much. But they want to have the least amount of water in that boat as they can, so they can get their maximum efficiency as they just smash through the gate cans there and head out to sea. It's Australia just marginally in front of New Zealand as we get ready for the big boys.
The big boys are up there. We'll just call this as that comes. Here comes the starter. This is going to be good. This is going to be good. Here we go. Out, out. Go. Australia, get in. They're away.
Look at the power on those oars.
Oh, Monavar just taken off. Maddie's got them going. Wow, look at this rate on that crew. Look at them rating. Good Lord. They're flying out.
They are flying, Frank, and gee, there's some power in that boat from both those countries, and it's a pretty close one.
Oh, I don't know. I think Australia got the real jump, but I think the New Zealanders are settling into their rhythm now. They're really pulling through. Gee, they're a nice blade work going through the water there. Matty, how are we going, Rob, with the girls out there? What's happening?
Well, I'm just watching the girls. They're coming up to their turning can now, and the Australian team has gone around. New Zealand about a boat length behind, so it's Australia leading in the ladies, Australia leading by about a boat length as they head for home, Frank.
Yeah, well, then the boys, it looks as though New Zealand have got back into it a little bit. They're really rowing well. The Australian team just absolutely flew off the beach. So it's going to be interesting. The New Zealand boys are a big, long stroking crew, so they should be able to, in the flatter water, be a bit better off, wouldn't they?
Well, the conditions are absolutely perfect for a big crew, and gee, once they get into their rhythm, they'll have that boat flying. And certainly the Australian ladies have made a fantastic effort around that can, and they've opened up a pretty handy lead, the ladies.
Well, that's good to see, mate. That's good to see. And where are we at with the blokes? We're coming up to the turning boys with them too, and it looks as though coming through. I've just got my vision blocked off a fraction. Can you pick it up for me?
I can pick it up, Frank. Australia have just turned first. They're only about a half a boat length ahead, so the Kiwis are drawing on them. We've got a real race on our hands here for the open men, but the open ladies, the Australian girls have moved to a pretty good lead, and I can't see them getting beat by it.
No, not from here. Look, they're coming to the beach. There's any swell out the back, mate.
Here's a wave now for the New Zealanders. I don't think they can catch it. They're just on the top of that wave now, so that allows Australia that are in front to go for that wave. They should.
Oh, Australia on it. Australia on it.
Up on the block. He's calling his crew aft, so they'll run down the back of the boat to give him the maximum steering.
Look at that vision.
Oh, look at RXP on the front. Wouldn't they be happy with that? Fantastic, their sponsors. And Scotty goes around. Get it straight, mate.
Straight. And here comes New Zealand. Here comes New Zealand. They're coming down a cruncher.
Look at that footage there of New Zealand, and the girls up the back of the boat very quickly indeed, but Australia are home.
Now what about in the men's? Here they come home in the men's, and Australia again are in front. And they've pulled away to about a length over, and here we come past the gate cans, we're into the wave zone. Is there a bubble there for the New Zealanders? Is there one coming? No, not yet. Here comes Australia onto a little one. They're coming home now. Australia onto a little one. New Zealand behind. There's a bubble coming out behind, but look at Australia. Look at them go. Down the
they've just powered right over the top of that, Frank. Gee, that is fantastic rowing, and they've just worked and worked and worked, and they've got their result, and gee, that's a great race by the Australian crew from Mona Vale.
4-zip. What's going on?
Good start for us.
Right, very good. All right.
We hope you're enjoying the live streaming all over the world here at Shell Harbour, and that was the first of our test matches. Over to Aaron on the beach.
Just waiting to go to Aaron.
Gee, that was a fantastic. They weren't too far away at all, the Kiwis.
No, I've got to say, you know, they'll have a rest now for about an hour and we'll be up again. We're back to the normal racing, but geez, tell you what, it gives you a bit of a bubble. I've got to be excited there in the end, mate, didn't I?
And the sun's out here, it's just going to be a fantastic day.
Geez, what do you think when Scotty broached on the line there? I thought, oh my God.
I thought if he rolls it, we're gone, but he held it well. The girls all managed to do the high side and balance the boat well, and the boat just naturally brought itself around, and Scotty just brought him over the line. But it was a great wave by the New Zealand girls, and crikey, I thought they might take this one, but not to be.
But you know the other thing on the line there, you notice the efficiency of the crew, get back their seats, get their oars, and that's part of the whole. People talk about just rowing. There's a lot more to this sport than just rowing, isn't there?
All the skills were there, the skills at the start, and we did see the New Zealanders, the ladies, get a bit of a dud start there. The girl fell into the boat, so I think they're a little bit better than what they showed there, the New Zealand girls. So certainly Test match number 2 will show us.
Oh, look, I think so too, but I'm just, you know, this is testament to what this sport's all about. The first round of races, there hasn't been too much in each race, has there?
No, very little, and of course our second race coming up in an hour or so is a short course race, so that's going to make all the difference too, a little bit of variety there, and I'm sure they'll go like the Clappers, Frank, won't they?
Oh, look, they will. It must be a buzz for all the other crews watching. You can see crews out to sea, obviously been watching it all. It's sweet to be talking to their crews saying, we got to get in this Australian team next year, we've got to work. And they think like, I mean, there's so much opportunity. I mean, you've got all these crews out there, and there's 1, 2 crews, 3, 4 crews representing this country. Isn't it wonderful?
Yeah, well, the absolute power of those Mona Vale men for Australia, you know.
Wasn't that good?
Yeah. Now we're going to go over to Aaron on the beach now, Frank, so
okay.
All good.
Thank you very much, boys. I got the victorious round 1 sweep representing Australia for the Open Men. Matt Collins, congratulations on the row. But geez, they tested you, didn't they?
Well, it's interesting. We had a really good start, and on the way to sea, I thought, gee, we're going well here. But about 15 strokes out from the boys, the New Zealanders put on a little spurt. You could see the bow of their boat coming up next to us, and I thought, gee, they got some speed going here, so we had another little go. I don't know that those boys are completely straight, because we had a pretty good lead, and when we came out, we were almost equal. But yeah, the guys showed some ticker. I felt we're a bit nervous for a first race, including me. I think there was too much energy, too much talking, and there was some, you know, the blade work wasn't as precise as I'd like it to be. So we'll we got something to work on. I think we'll go quicker next time.
It's all about a consistent race, as you said.
Yeah.
The New Zealanders are known for being shorter races. So when you said they peaked on you early, it's the racing they're used to. Going into round 2 for your crew and yourself, you're confident that you can fix those small areas and show it to the New Zealanders?
Oh, I'd like to think so. We've had some good racing in Ocean Thunder and events like that. There's no reason why we shouldn't be able to improve as the day goes on, I would think. Certainly that's why they picked us.
Yeah, and it's a great concept by Surf Life Saving Australia and working with the ASRL representing Australia. Great initiative.
Oh, absolutely wonderful, and it, you know, surf boats. Now there's something to aspire to, and I think you look at the Ironmen. They're on TV a lot, and they represent Surf Life Saving so well. It's like to think that the surf boats are good advocates for surf life saving as well.
Beautiful. We'll let Matty Collins go, winner of the round 1 for the Open Men. We'll let him get back to your seat and rest up, mate.
Thanks. Cheers.
Back to you, Rod and Frankie Veltnam.